Hey everybody, my name is Brian with the Popcast. Shane is still not here. It's actually been a really weird last week because of the holiday season. We're trying to connect and do shows. This will be the first of a few final shows before the end of the new year. But I hope that you guys stick around. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that button. We are talking about Matrix 4. And the fact that the studio basically said Matrix 4 would have happened with or without Lana Wachowski. So that begs the question if she was even required. And then also in the movie, if you remember, they had a little moment where Neo was talking to Agent Smith, and he was like, "Look, the Matrix is going to happen with or without you." So I find it interesting that they added that part in the movie, and I'm pretty sure they knew that the studio was going to go forward with Matrix 4 with or without the Wachowskis. So let's get into this, shall we? Basically, what this article says is, in the week since the release of The Matrix Resurrections, the response to the film has been hugely polarizing. Some, like us, praised it for its fascinating ideas and smart... Listen, I am reading this. I did not praise it for any fascinating ideas. This is coming from Gizmodo, okay? I know art is subjective, but they are subjectively wrong here. Anyways, it says, praise for the fascinating ideas and smart continuation of the franchise. Others have dumped on it for being too self-aware with not enough of the action the franchise was built upon. That's 100% fact. Whatever side of the argument you fall on, though, we can surely agree on one positive thing. The film was made by one of the people responsible for the franchise, Lana Wachowski, because that wasn't going to be the case. Yeah, I used to believe that perhaps that was an important part of it, but I think that maybe Lana Wachowski put a little bit too much of herself in this movie, because it would have been better if it was done by someone else. Maybe that understands, action. Memories on the internet are short, so odds are many people have forgotten that back in 2017, Warner Brothers was reportedly developing a new version of The Matrix from writer Zach Penn, Last Action Hero, Ready Player One, for star Michael B. Jordan. I didn't like that. I actually don't like Michael B. Jordan that much. I know a lot of people love him. He was great in Creed, but I did not like him at all in Black Panther. His character to me was not great. That was never officially confirmed and reported on by reputable trade outlets, but in a new interview, one of the Matrix producers, James McTeague, confirmed talks to continue the franchise without the Wachowskis did happen. What McTeague says is, yeah, that was real. McTeague told Collider when he asked if there were versions of the film that would have happened without the Wachowskis. There were versions out there, but I guess the fates decided that Lana's story came at the right time, and Warner Brothers were willing to move forward with that story. So he goes on to talk about Lana eventually coming back to the franchise and, being the genesis of the Matrix franchise and blah, 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 blah. Here's the deal. Considering what we know now about The Matrix, it probably would have been better if Matrix 4 was not created by Lana Wachowski. Maybe you need both Wachowskis to make a proper Matrix movie. I don't know. Matrix 1 was revolutionary. 2 was okay. 3 was okay. They were continuations of that revolutionary style. However, this movie lacked a lot of the style, a lot of the action. It feels like it was too meta, too self-aware, and that might have been Lana Wachowski's dealing. Maybe you need both Wachowskis to make a good Matrix movie. So maybe it would have been better if they couldn't get both Wachowskis, maybe they go with Zach Penn and whatever director, at the time, could have handled it. Zack Snyder. And some people don't like Zack Snyder, but there's plenty of good directors that understand action. So all I'm saying is this: perhaps we, as the audience, got the short end of the stick here because we got a version of the Matrix that didn't gel with the original Matrix. It's almost like this almost felt like a movie about the Matrix, not a movie in the Matrix. You know what I mean? This is a movie about the Matrix and not inside the Matrix. It definitely felt very disconnected, disjointed, and way too meta, way too self-aware. So, let us know what you guys think. Hey, do we need both Wachowskis? Was the Wachowskis the wrong people to continue this franchise? Maybe they've lost some of their edge over the years. I know that some of the movies they made after The Matrix weren't that great. Jupiter Ascending, I think that's what it was called. That was a rough movie. What was the tomato score on Jupiter Ascending? Let's find out. Yeah, so it was directed and produced by the Wachowskis. Okay, so check this out. So that's what they made after The Matrix. 28%, 38%. It looks like both critics and fans agree that this movie was pretty much garbage. Again, art is subjective, so, if you liked it, great. But, it wasn't that great. It wasn't a good movie. Now let's check out the tomato score, the current tomato score for Matrix Resurrections. 64%, 63%. Looks like the audience and the critics are pretty much agreeing on this one, too. So, yeah, should the continuation of the Matrix franchise in Matrix 4 and 5 and 6 or whatever, should it had been helmed either by both Wachowskis or by a completely different director, showrunner, or producer, whatever. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section. Did you watch the movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What was the problem with it? Let us know what you guys think. And by this time, I think anybody with an HBO Max subscription could have seen it. So spoilers don't matter. Just hit that comment section and let us know what you guys think of this. Should we have gotten a Matrix without the Wachowskis? Or were both Wachowskis required? Perhaps. I don't know. But let us know. And I will be back tomorrow. And hopefully next week, Shane will be back with me. Guys, thank you so much. Have a happy New Year. See you tomorrow.